writing SwiftUI in Google, and we can see here that the first link is developer.apple.com, and this is a source of truth regarding SwiftUI framework, and we can know what's new in SwiftUI. And here you can find some description about SwiftUI, like it's a declarative framework for building a user interface for iOS and iPad and watchOS, tvOS, and Vision OS and Mac OS. It's developed by Apple, and you need to be aware or familiar with Swift programming language. If you didn't watch basic information regarding Swift, try to check basic information and read more about Swift programming language, and you can start after that using SwiftUI. And also release date is 2019, so I think if you want to start building a new application or new feature, you need to use SwiftUI, as it's more fast and also more easy for development. So I highly recommend to start using SwiftUI in any new feature you will add for your existing application or to for new applications. Okay, perfect. So let's go on and discover more from developer.apple.com. Here, let's go and start coding together. For SwiftUI, it's a great for building application, and you can use the power of Swift programming language to start using it. Okay, perfect. You can watch the latest video, what's new, to check what's the latest information. And it's starting saying for you it's a declarative syntax, so you can simply change the state with your interface. You can write what you want as a list of items, considering of the text field, describe alignment, font, and color for each field. Okay, perfect. It's simple code, but we didn't need to go with that. If you want, let's start by downloading Xcode. I already did download for the latest one, and I think it's let me check here what is the version. It's 16.1 beta. Okay, let's try SwiftUI here. Let's browse the latest technology. Okay, perfect. So here we'll give you overview about SwiftUI, but let's go on and start using SwiftUI. I'm just trying to tell you how we can get the latest information. That's why I started from my search here until I reach it for what exactly SwiftUI is and how we can start with that. So here, what's saying here, it's saying it's modern way to declare user interface for any Apple platform, create beautiful dynamic application faster than ever before. Honestly, I did try for it in my latest project, and SwiftUI was more than powerful, and I was happy with the result it gives me. Too much faster than before than UI kit, or mixing between SwiftUI and UI kit. Honestly, SwiftUI alone was too much perfect, and we can depend on SwiftUI now in creating new feature or creating application from scratch. So I'm highly recommended to go and start learn more about SwiftUI and build a whole application using SwiftUI. I will speak later on about the deployment target and why it will be better to use SwiftUI than UIKit in that time, or might be from 2 years ago. Okay, perfect. Let's go and starting with SwiftUI Essential. And there are different other sections like drawing and animation and app design and layout, framework integration, and resource. SwiftUI Essential. Okay, so inside each section, then we'll start some sort like giving more sections here, or subsection like creating and combining views, creating list and navigation, handle user interface. And the other section will include other subsections here. Let's start with the first one and go step by step. Okay, learn how SwiftUI to compose rich views out of simple ones, set up the data flow, and build the navigation while watching it unfold in an Xcode preview. Okay, so I think basic information here, what he want to tell us, he will start creating simple views and will set up data flow, simple data flow, and also will build navigation while watching it. Okay, we will watch it inside the preview. Okay, let's go on and create a binding view. Let's start and go on. Creating and combining views together. Let me check here if we able to see subsections here. Okay, yeah, as we told before that we will go with creating and combining views together, and the first section will be SwiftUI Essential and creating, combining views, building list and navigation, handling user inputs, and the other sections we will go through that. Okay, but there are also information here which will be including introduction about Swift might be, and create new project and explore the canvas, customize a text view. Okay, so I think it's important to be able to customize text view from UI kit. If you remember that, if you already have previews, that it's some sort like essential for customization, that each project has its own text view button and how we can customize that using SwiftUI. Combine views using stacks. Okay, we already used the stacks before in SwiftUI, but here we will check also how we can combine and using a stack. And create custom image view, so it will cover also image view in this section. User SwiftUI views from other framework. Okay, and also compose the details. I think here it's speaking about some sort like map kit, and compose the details view and check the understanding. Okay, perfect. Let's go step by step and try to get what we can get from this tutorial. Create and combining a view. This tutorial guides you through building landmark. Okay, so what we will do here, we will build landmarks and application and discovering and sharing the places you love. You will start by building a view that show landmarks details. Okay, that's great. To lay out the views landmark using stacks, to combine and combine layers, the image and text view components, to add the map. Okay, as I told, that might be we will use a map kit here, which will be covered that this area here for SwiftUI views from other framework. Okay, it will be included map kit component. Okay, as you refine the view design, Xcode preview, real-time feedback, that will be great achievement here, that we will use some sort like real-time. So if you coming from RX Swift, you will find it it's more better than using RX Swift also, or it's some, I'm trying to saying some sort like RX Swift, it's like observable, and the combined framework will be the opposite for RX Swift, and also will be great tool to be used with SwiftUI. For Xcode preview RX real-time feedback, so you can see how this changes to translate into code. Okay, download the project file to begin building this. Okay, so it's trying to say to download this information, and the minimum Xcode to use is Xcode 15 or later. Okay, perfect. I think we're using 16.1 here. If you didn't know how to know, you can go for Xcode and check about you will check a version for your Xcode now. Okay, how to create a project and explore the canvas. Okay, create new project. Okay, so here the just description for how to create Xcode. First of all, you need to download the Xcode. If you didn't have, so go for App Store and type Xcode and Xcode. And you can download it from here. Okay, and after that you can create new project, file new project, and you can go on. I already did this steps and reach it for this state here, so we can create next by writing, for example, demo for Swift UI next. Okay, so we can create it here. Create. Okay, let's go back for the tutorial. So this is how we can create the SwiftUI project until we reach for here there are more information that you need to add your application name and interface and programming language. Okay, perfect. So once we created that, here we can go for first entrance for your application. It's at main. So if you once you already created the application, you will find that there are 3 packages here, one for UI, SwiftUI, and one for tastes, and one for UI tastes. Okay, it's not clear here because I already created SwiftUI, so UI taste is already some sort like conflict for naming, but it's okay. So for tasting here, for unit taste, you can check here this package, and for UI tasting you can check this package. Okay, perfect. But we will not go through now tasting, we will go only for our application information here, which will include some sort like assets and content view. Content view, it's your first view inside the application, but here you will find that the first main entrance for application, which will determine which scene you will show here. Okay, let's go step by step from here. We already created the project. In your project navigator, select landmarks app. Okay, might be the naming for the application is not same, but let's go on. The project navigator, select mark apps app. Okay, what he trying to say here is to go for the application name here is landmarks app, but I created it like Swift demo SwiftUI. So here it's same thing. He's just saying to navigate and select. This area is a project navigator. Let me try to show. Yeah, so you need to be aware about this naming for each tab here. For example, the first one show, it's called the project navigator. So here project navigator, once you did click on the landmarks here, we already clicked on landmarks app, I think. Yeah, okay. Once we already clicked on this file, we will find this this class, okay, sorry, this struct. Okay, perfect. Okay, what already here saying, okay, is that the application lifecycle has a structure that conform to a protocol. Okay, what we can see here is that we have structure, and the structure conforming for a protocol. Okay, and the structure body property return one or more scenes. Okay, so we can return one or more scene here. Okay, which in turn provide content for display the main attribute identify app entry point. Okay, if you are coming from UI kit, and you know that sometimes when we was try to mark the view controller as main view controller, so here, okay, same thing, that when we want to mark it as our main entry for the application, we need to add main to mark it as main entry. Same like if you are coming from SwiftUI, same like sorry, if you are coming from UI kit, so it's same like UI kit. Okay, perfect. So but there are another information here. It's saying for us that we are conforming for the app protocol, which return more or one scenes. Okay, let's go on with this app protocol and check what's inside it. By command click, you will be able to go for this protocol and you check. Okay, so it's protocol, and it's containing from body, and this body is type from scene. So it's also containing, you need to conform for body property. So that's why we already did create for a body. It's automatically created for you, but if you want to write it by yourself or change it, so you need to conform for app protocol and write this var property and conform for a scene. So this window group is kind of scene. Okay, so we are now familiar with this property and how we can conform for this protocol. And let's go back. So this is conforming for this protocol, and as we told, this property conforming to app. So we have here property, and this property is from type scene. Okay, perfect. So let's go back and try to check what is window group is. Okay, so window group is scene because it's conforming to scene. So we can also go for more details and to know more. Here is scene. So this is structure which is conforming to scene properties, to scene, and scene its protocol. Okay, perfect. Let's go back and check. Okay, I think we need to know more about the initializer for this, what it's taking and what it's returning. So what I can see here, it just taking from you the closure, and this closure is escaping closure, and it marked it as a view builder because it will return content to be preview in your main screen. And this property, as we told, it's conforming to scene. And also I think yes, I think we can create different scene here because this can be returning multiple scene. Let me try to check here. Okay, we can run. I just want to see if we created two window group, how it will be look like inside your application. It might be taking some time. Let's go and read more about here. So I think now we are familiar with @main, that's representing our entry point for our application, and also we know that to conform for this protocol we need to implement this property which return scene for this application, and it will be our first scene for this application. And here we can return window group. Window group is some sort like kind of this scene, and we can create multiple scenes, but honestly it's my first time to try to create multiple scene here, so I will check here how it's going on with you. Let's, until it's running, let's continue our reading here. So in the project navigator, select the content view. Okay, so what's going on here? He trying to tell us to go for a content view itself, okay, and check what's inside it. Okay, we have here content view. So this will be our first view controller, and honestly it's our first view because it's conforming to protocol view. Okay, perfect. It's already start launching here. Let's try to check how it's going. Okay, so once we moved for content view, we will found like let's read what already them trying to say here. By default, SwiftUI view file declare a structure and preview. Okay, so what we already have here, that we have the first view which conform to view, and also its structure, and here there are another section which is a preview for this view. Okay, so this is how we can declare structure and preview, and also the structure conform to view protocol and describes the view content and layout. Okay, and the preview declaration create a preview for that view. Okay, first of all, I'm trying to run here. I can find only content view for the application here. Might be it only working on in Mac OS, but okay, it might be only working for Mac OS, but let's focus now on iOS only. Okay, so here what we can see is that content view is a structure, and inside it there are view, and inside the view there are conforming for this protocol. Our first view, we need to conform for a view protocol and implementing the first property, which is a body property, and here there are the preview. The preview, as I told here, this area is called preview, and how we can show this area by writing preview and open this parentheses and this curly bracket, sorry, and inside it we need to mention the structure name. And yeah, if we did comment for this area here, the preview will not be showing, so we need to show this preview, and we can show it from here. We can show and hide the canvas if it's not visible, and also we can use the command option enter to show and hide the canvas. Okay, and also we need to mention here what we need to show, so we can change this content view. Okay, let's check here. There are structure, content view, conforming for view protocol, and we can go inside the view. This is a protocol, so you need to confirm this property in your structure, and this property from type view. Okay, if you can remember when we was speaking about the scene here, this application was confirming for body also, but this body is scene, not view, but here it's view. So for the view it will be view, for app it will be scene. Okay, first of all, we already found that this will return for us view, and body property will be kind of view. So we will find here that we already have this text, but if we want to rewrite it together, we will do that. But let's check here what next. If we can see here, it already implementing image with text, and we can see image and the text here in a vertical state, and there are some padding. Okay, so let's go for step 6. Okay, so he trying to say for you that how we can show and hide and select editor for showing and hide a canvas, and we already told you that you can hide and how you can hide and show that automatically. Okay, if it's not visible, so also you can go for edit canvas and you can show that. Okay, and we already told that we can show and hide it using command optional enter. Okay, perfect. What he trying to say, he did clear for that. Okay, for the body property, and he is starting by adding only text. So inside the body property, remove everything. So we did already remove for everything, but the text declaration changed to hello world. Okay, to greeting for yourself. Okay. As you change the code in a view property, the preview update to reflect your changes. Okay, so let's go back here. There are a lot of errors because we did remove for everything, but it's okay. We can just remove what we didn't need, but we just need to keep a text as already the tutorial told for us, and we can saying hello Swift scene like what oh, it's already reflected here. Okay, that's great, and we can change this text here to be hello SwiftUI, and yeah, we already there are here a selection for the preview to be live, so we already get it updated. I'm trying to check the naming here if there are yeah, this is selectable if you want to be on selectable state, and this is live. Yeah, okay, so what we are on now, we are on a live state, and there are selectable states. Selectable state will be like that. If we did try to selectable state, it will be reflected for what we are highlighting here. Okay, perfect. So it's how we can add text for our view, and how it will be reflected without needing to run. So once, for example, if we told hello SwiftUI, it's already created. So if we didn't say, yeah, it's already reflected here, hello, it's reflected. So we can return SwiftUI, it will be auto reflected on your preview, so no need to run now. Oh, okay, perfect. But you need to, don't forget to add the hash preview, as honestly it's some sort like don't forget that it's point here. You didn't need to forget the preview, especially for any component that you already created in your project. Okay, here will be section number 2. We'll speak about customization for text view. Here it's basic plan text view, but what we are trying here to do is to customize this view. So you can customize a view display by changing your code or by using an inspector, okay, to discover what's available and to help you write code. Okay, so there are 2 ways here to change your code or to use an inspector. We will speak about both of them. As your build for landmarks app, you can use any combination of editor, the source editor, the canvas, or the inspector. Your code stays updated regardless of which tool you will use. Okay, perfect. So your next, customize the text view using the inspector. Okay, let's okay, here he already starts speaking about the canvas mode to be selectable. We already did try to use selectable, and I told once we did click on this component for this text, it will be auto selectable for the text here. And let's also try to read everything because I didn't want to skip any information. The canvas displays preview in a live mode. Okay, so default will be live mode by default. Okay, you can interact with them, but you can use the selectable mode to enable editing mode. Okay, so if you want to use live mode, you can use live mode by default, but if you want to select editable to edit any component, so you can select selectable tab here. Okay, what next he trying to say for you? Okay, to go for selectable mode first, and second here to show the inspector by command control click. Okay, let's go and try that here. Command control click. Yeah, it will show for us multiple options here. Okay, so we was speaking about an inspector, so we need to show the inspector here. Great, there are access about all of these modifiers, and yeah, that's great. So by just using command control and click, we can show the inspector for SwiftUI, and yeah, there are different attributes here that you can customize dependent on the type of view you inspect. Okay, perfect. So this inspect will be changeable based on the view type. For example, here we are using text, might be we later on will use image, might be we'll later use button. So it's based on the view you are using or you are inspect. you will get the attribute you can use. Okay, perfect. So we need to just save command control click. So now we have command option enter to show and hide the preview and or the canvas, and also we can use command control click to show the inspector after we are on selectable mode. Okay, great. Here he will start trying to use an inspector to change the text to other context and to change the name, I mean. You will show in your application. Okay, perfect. Change the font modifier also. He will try to change the font title. Let's go and do same structure here. Command control and click on the text, and we will go for an inspector. And here we can change the font here to be title. Yeah, so what you can see here, there are font.title is already added as a code, and the preview already started changing. So here there are already added automatically for your code the code we need, but just what we already did here is control command and enter to show the inspector, and once we added or did the change for anything, it's already coded is added here, and that's what we did till now. Okay, perfect. I think he did a change also for the title, so we can take it copy, and we can go by clicking on the text here, command control and click, and we can go for an inspector, and we can change the text from here by command V and click enter. Okay, I think I just need to return the text here. Yeah, so everything now I think it's similar. He did a change for size font to P title. Okay, perfect. And he did a change also for the color for text to be green. Okay, but how he did a change for it here? Yeah, by editing the code by hand. Okay, so we already did use for the inspector. I think we can use the inspector again by command control click here, and we can show the inspector. There are color here. I can choose green. By this way I will be able to add the foreground color. The code will be added automatically, but here what he did already here, he did it by adding code. So how we can do that? By adding code, by start writing for foreground color, and it will take from you the color you want, green. Yeah, by this way we did try to adjust the SwiftUI by using an inspector, and also by using the code directly. Okay, but I want to know more about this one here. Okay, first of all, let's go and check what text is. The text is structure and conforming to protocol, equitable and sendable, and okay, perfect. So it's just a structure. What we can see also here, it's just conforming to equitable protocol, and inside the initializer it's just taking from you the content. Okay, perfect. Let's go back and check this function. It's returning for you text. Okay, that's great. So it's function taking from you the font type and returning for you that text, a new view. For example, here until this point we will have text with this type of font type, and if we added a foreground color it will return for us new text with some sort like a stack hierarchy that will append new style on it. Okay, perfect. So what we just need to know, this is a modifiers that we added inside the we added on top of, because the first view we created here is the text, and this text is without any font color or without any font type. So it's, if we can imagine it, it's like a stack. So this one created for us text, and this one returned for us text, but with specific type, font type, and also after we created this UI, we already adjusted and returned for us the final text, which will contain the green color and the text and the specific content here. Okay, perfect. Let's return back for the preview. Here your code is always the source of truth for the view. Okay, perfect. When you use the inspector to change or remove a modifier, Xcode updates your code immediately to match. Okay, perfect. What we can see here, this time open an inspector by control click on the text. Okay, let's go on and control click on the text. We can show the inspector for SwiftUI. Okay, great. So we can, it's not only from a preview that we can show the inspector, but we can also add okay, so let's try to change here to be blue. Okay, so he did a change for the color automatically. So there are multiple places by control command on the text inside the preview you can show the inspector, and also by control click on the text here we can show the inspector from the code, and that both of them will add the code for you, or you can add it directly. Some of us prefer to go and write the modifier directory direct for the Xcode. Okay, perfect. Pop over on that, click a color, and I think inherent to change text color to black again. Okay, what he did here, he just changed it for black. Okay, it did remove for front color. So let's go here and click on control click on a text and check for color inspector. I did a change for blue, so he did edit, but if we did a change for black, what will happen? And what's happened here, it did a change for black, but I think there are some sort like here it did already remove for the modifier as the default color is black. Okay, perfect. For the live mode, make it easy to keep track of the preview. Okay, so if you want to check without running, you can check by clicking on live mode to check live mode of your scene or view. Okay, perfect. Let's go next. So now time to combine views using stacks. Okay, what the stack is? The stack is some sort like structure. I think if you know more about the stack from data structure, it's some sort like when you're putting multiple view on top of each other, and here we can see there are two types of fill stack: HStack, which will contain multiple views horizontal, and there are VStack, which will contain multiple views in vertical state. Okay, perfect. Let's read here what he wants to say for us. The title view you created in the preview, we already created title view. You will add text view to contain details about a landmark. Okay, so what we will need to do is to add more details about this landmark. So we just added the title, and we will go to add this description here. When you're creating SwiftUI view, you describe its content, layout, and behavior in the view. Okay, inside the body property, however, the body property only return a single view. Okay, so we need to combine views because the body property will only return for you single view. You can combine and embed multiple views in a stack. Okay, great. So we will use a stack to combine views and returning only one view by the end of the day, which group views together. Okay, so there are some sort like three type of grouping the view together, like horizontal and vertical and back to front. Okay, so there are HStack and VStack and ZStack, which is back to front. Okay, in this section you will use a vertical stack to place the title above, and horizontal stack that contain details about the park. Okay, perfect. What he trying to say here, he want to use text to show the inspector and try to embed the text that we already created inside VStack. Okay, you can use Xcode, embed a view in a container view, open an inspector, or help other useful changes. Okay, let's go back for the code, and we told that we can use control click to show the inspector, and honestly we didn't need to show the inspector here. I think we need to use vertical stack because we need to put the title after that this details information. So we used to put the text inside the VStack. So that's how we created that. By just click command control, as we told, to show that how we can show the inspector, to embed in HStack, VStack, ZStack, embed in list, embed in group. So there are multiple options here. What we did is we did select for embed in VStack. Okay, perfect. So we achieved this area, this VStack, and we did inside the VStack this title, and here we will go for details information. Okay, now he want to try to add a text view. Okay, let's drag the text view from the library. So what he trying to say for us to go for this plus button, show library plus button, and we can search for text here. Okay, by dragging and drop it inside. Honestly, I'm not sure, but let me go back and try to edit text. Okay, but I will add it here. So we did try to add for another text. So there are two texts now we have, and they are automatically reflected by SwiftUI in the preview. Let's go back and check here what he trying to say for us. Open the library by clicking the plus button. We already went for this plus button and we did open for the library, and but we didn't. We already clicked on text here, and by dragging and drop it's here, it's already created for us new text. Okay, and we told before that the text is a structure which confirming for equitable protocol and sendable. And here is there are some modifiers that we can use. Okay, perfect, so we can read this information. Okay, and what next here, then drag the text view to place in your code immediately below your main text. Okay, perfect. Let's go next here, that what we already did here, but we didn't change the text, so let's copy the text and go for our project. Okay, so now I think it will be same title and detail text. Okay, so we reached for the same UI now. We did replace for the text, customize the location to match the desired layout. I think, okay, we forget to add the font here, so he trying to say for us to add the font to be sub headline. Okay, let's go and try to add it manually using the code. So I will choose font, and this will be dot sub headline. Okay, so we can see there are different two types here, and if we have two text inside the vertical stack, that's why we can see the first here text and second one in a vertical. We can change, okay, H to B, V to PH to see the difference. So you can see here it's horizontal, first one was vertical, and Command S. Okay, let's go next here. What he did try to do here, edit the VStack initializer. He did try to edit the VStack initializer to align the view by their leading edge. Leading, it's meaning from left, trailing is from right. Okay, so what he trying to say to do here is, you can see here the old state was everything in center. So he did try here to say for us that the initializer can contain alignment, and we can give for this alignment leading. I mean, we need to align it from left hand side, so it will be, we did Command S here, and yeah, we can see that now text is alignment from the left hand side. So to do it from the left we can use leading, to do it from right we can use trailing. Okay, so let's try to check trailing. This is trailing. I think by default will be center. Leading. Let's go inside the VStack. It's a structure which conforming to view protocol where the content is view. Okay, that's great, but I just want to know more about the leading. Okay, so as I told that it's center by default, horizontal alignment is default dot center. Okay, great. So what we did here is to let the alignment is equal to leading by giving it leading value. Okay, great. Let's go next. By default stack is center. Okay, and providing it spacing. By default stack center their content along their axis, and providing a context